Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about New Year's realizations. Now I know with the holidays, or especially with New Year's, we often talk about New Year's resolutions or setting goals or things that we want to accomplish. And the other day I was scrolling through Facebook and someone posted something about New Year's realizations, and I really liked that reframe. And the reason why I wanted to pop on my YouTube and talk about this is when I read this thing about New Year's realizations, it made me realize that what if this year we did look at what are the things that I've learned? What are the things that I've realized, whether it's this past year or the last 2 years, to be honest, that want to, what do you want to realize or what have you learned in order to help you propel forward? So to me, realizations are just that. They're those moments that you, it's an aha moment, or it's a moment when you pause and you recognize that you have learned something, or that you are finally accepting something. It's right in front of you. So to me, in order to kind of look at this year's New Year's and where it's going to take us, maybe instead of looking at resolutions or what are the things that you want to accomplish, look at what are the things that you've learned so far along the way. Whether it's, the last week, the last 6 months, the last year, the last 2 years, what are some things that you've learned in order to help you kind of look at what direction you want your life to go to move forward. So for example, things that I've learned, I'll just say over the past 2 years, I've learned about change is constant. There's a lot of uncertainty in this world. I've learned the importance of focusing on being present and focusing on what's in your control. I've learned that grief has plagued us all in the last 2 years. And grief is a very powerful emotion and can really pause, makes us pause sometimes. I've learned to focus on the things that are important and that really matter, and to let go of the things that really aren't that big of a deal, even though I know sometimes we make them a big deal. I've learned the importance of family and love. I could go on and on. But, with the things that I have realized and that I have learned, I'm also going to apply those to how I want to continue to live my life. So what I would encourage you to do, and I know we're all doing it this week because of the New Year's, whether we want to admit it or not, most of us are thinking about what we want 2022 to look like. Maybe before you look at what sort of goals you want to set, think about what are some things that you realize. What are some things that you have learned. And sometimes there are hard truths. Lessons learned are hard lessons. I know I've talked about that in some other videos before. So I would just pause, maybe make a list. If you're a list person, or I'm a visual person, so you write some things down and think about what are the things that I realize. And based on what I've realized, based on what I've learned about myself, we'll just say this past year, what are based on those lessons, what are some things that I want to learn, or that I want to apply in my life right now? So being more present in the moment, and setting some of those things that you'd like to work towards. Remember, some of the things that we need to keep in mind is that we have to let go of the outcome of things and focus on the present moment. Maybe that's something else that I've learned this year that's been a really good lesson. Letting go of the outcome means that we let go of the control of something that we can't control, and we focus on the present moment. Emily Fletcher wrote a book, Stress Less, Accomplish More. It's all about meditation. I've talked about it in other videos, and I really love it. But she talks about the importance of when we manifest, when we kind of think about the things that we want. Part of that is letting go of the outcome and focusing on how are we taking action to move towards that, with the understanding that, we might want this thing out here, and as we move towards it, it might take us in a different direction, and that's not always a bad thing. So again, I want to wish you all a happy New Year's. And this year, think about what are those New Year's realizations, and how do you want to kind of take those realizations and those lessons learned and apply them into your life right now and moving forward. Hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Take care.